What is up, everybody? This is Helmke. Welcome to the Ham Podcast, what we like to call our Larry Bird episode, aka episode 33. What's going on? Like I stated, this is Helmke. That's Mike. We were having a conversation right before this, so I like to consider him the Wayne Gretzky of podcasts.
Ah, hell yeah, Wayne Gretzky,
There it
baby.
is.
Guy that
Welcome,
doesn't
Mike.
miss. And the
That's
legend.
right. That's right, baby. They call him the Great One.
Yep.
That's his name, the Great One. Not to mention he has a super hot daughter now. Super hot. You haven't seen her? Go check that out.
Okay, we didn't have to go all there. Wayne Gretzky was perfectly fine.
I took it there. I took it there.
What's going
But
on? How was your week, brother?
man, my week has been good, man.
Actually, this
I'm
time's a full
officially-
week because last time it wasn't a full week.
Yeah, I am officially off of work. So I'm on vacation now. Today was my last day. So thank the heavens, I am ready to relax and enjoy myself and stuff myself with a bunch of beer. That's what I'm ready for.
Hey,
I want
there's
a bunch of beer.
nothing wrong with a bunch of beer. I'm ready to have some fun this weekend and drinking a bunch of beer myself and enjoy the
Uh-oh.
hot sun.
I see a message that says they can't. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now they can hear us.
Oh, wait.
Don't know what happened there. Don't lie, host said couldn't hear, and then he goes, there it is.
He probably had it on mute.
Hello, user error. Nah. So how's your week been, man? How's everything going with you, Michael?
My week has been great. A little busy at work, but it's gone by pretty quick. But yeah, just ready for this week to be over so I can enjoy our weekend, and that's it.
Love it, man. Yeah, love it. Fucking A. So let's talk about it, Mike. Let's just jump right in, right? Let's jump right in. If you had to pick, right, between the two, who would you rather be, a pimp or a hoe?
Well, probably neither, but if I had to pick, probably a pimp.
Why? What do you have against hoes, Mike? Nah, I'm just playing. That wasn't a real topic. I'm sorry.
I was saying because I don't want to do the dirty work. There you go.
Doesn't want to do the dirty work.
Yeah.
Look at that. Everybody wants the top job, but they're not willing to work to get there. Jesus.
Okay, they
Nah.
didn't work to get there. They were told to be there. Different
Hey.
story.
She busted her back getting there, okay? You leave her alone.
Okay. Sure.
Love it. Love it. No, man. So let's jump in for real now, right? So I saw something earlier, man. Came out today that excuse me, having a little audio issue. I saw that Roger Goodell told Congress.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. This isn't Wayne's World. Calm down.
I want a strawberry shake with fries.
Yep. He's all.
Something like
What kind
that.
of donut can I get you? He talks about the donut.
Oh,
He's
okay.
like, can I get with the large? He's like, so that's one strawberry filled donut and a
That's right. Yeah.
and he's good.
God. Sorry. What was your question? My bad.
Yeah. So today I saw Roger Goodell came out and told Congress, right, that he's unable to remove Dan Snyder as an owner of the Washington Wizards. I'm sorry, Washington Wizards.
Commanders.
Washington Commanders.
Is that because he doesn't want to join them in the Gruden trial, whatever?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good, I think that's what it is, man. And it's interesting, right? Because the now they're the Commanders. It's come out that they've basically, I mentioned pimp and hoes earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were basically pimping out cheerleaders, man. To rich guys at parties.
Yep.
And these cheerleaders have come out and said, yeah, they would tell us, like, you need to go give him a good time. You need to go give that man a good time. And so now, it's gotten really big, and they were going to have a hearing with Congress. And I guess Congress asked him, like, why haven't you removed this guy from your league? And he's like, unfortunately, I don't have the power to remove him as an owner, which to me is a little bit odd. You are the commissioner of the NFL. You can kick players out, but you can't ask an owner to be removed?
Yeah, well, because I think their stipulations, like, they actually own the team. They're part of the NFL, but they own the team. So I think they can't forcefully remove him. They can suggest for him to, like, step down, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, I don't think he can forcefully remove him.
But I think that's the bigger thing is apparently he hasn't even asked Dan Snyder to step down.
Yeah, and
Now,
he wouldn't, and that the reason I see it this way because Dan Snyder and Roger Goodell were in cahoots. I guess that's the right word to say.
I
Uh,
love it. Say it again.
Cahoots
There it
against
is.
John Gruden, right? So,
Yep.
everything was fine there, and
Yeah.
he was fine with him doing stuff with the cheerleaders, whatever they were doing, until it made popular, and now he's like, oh, I didn't know what was going on. I want him gone now too. It's like, it's one of those where, oh, I know what's going on until I really need to know what's going on because now people know about it.
Hey, I'd like to know if Roger Goodell was at any of these parties, or did Roger Goodell have any cheerleaders send up to his room, in the past?
I wouldn't
I'd
doubt
like to
it.
know that. I
I,
mean, go ahead.
no, I would say I don't doubt it, and I was just thinking like, how many times did you probably see the owner and Roger Goodell sitting in his suite during a football game?
Oh yeah.
Probably all the time. But
Yep.
they were probably like, boys and that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't doubt he had some sent to his room. Wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, it's interesting, right? Because if a player goes and fails a drug test, they're suspended 4 games or
Mm-hmm.
2 games the first time. I think
For
it's like 4 the next, and then a season the third time, right? If they go and they get into a domestic violence with their wife, they're suspended, right? Look at Ray Rice; he was basically kicked out of the league.
yeah,
Nobody would take that on. No team wanted to sign him, right? Why? Because Roger Goodell made it like, oh, when whoever signs him, he's going to be suspended for quite a while, right? So no team wanted to deal with that, right? But you're going to tell me it's okay for the owner of a team that represents your league. Oh, it's okay for him to go out and pimp his cheerleaders. It's okay for him to throw these lavish parties where women are being, physically assaulted, or not physically, sexually assaulted,
yep, yep.
allegedly, right? I just think, but again, if I'm not mistaken, Roger Goodell does work on behalf of the owners.
Yep.
That's who's his employer is the owners. So it's just, man, again, it's a very corrupt business.
They're all billionaires. They all have got money, and I'm pretty sure owners have stuffed Goodell's wallet in some way or fashion.
Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, I read somewhere, I think like a year ago or 2 years ago, that Roger Goodell's salary, it's like double than what the president makes.
Oh, wow.
The, yeah, the president of the United States makes like, I think it said like 250,000 a year or something, 400,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
And Goodell was doing a couple of million a year.
Yep.
And it's like, what the fuck? Like,
If not more now, I can pull it up. Let's see.
yeah, yeah. You're telling me while you pull that up, they're telling me that the guy who runs our country and is tasked with making some of the most important decisions in the world for us makes less money than the guy who runs the NFL.
Wonder how much he makes a year?
What does he make?
63.9 million a
Get the
year.
fuck out of here.
A
Oh
year.
my God. President makes 250,000.
Let's see. I'll find out right now for you. President
Bro,
salary.
I tell you what, while you're pulling that up, if I was him, I wouldn't kick Dan Snyder out either. I'd be like, Dan, you need to clean this shit up, all right, Dan? You need to clean this shit up, Dan. I am making way too much money for you to sacrifice this.
He makes 400,000 a year
400,000.
with an expense account of 50,000. So technically 450,000.
450,000, Papa. While Roger Goodell's making 66 million. Come on. Come on, man. In the words of Monday Night Football. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Yeah, that's a lot of Roger Goodell makes a lot of money.
Bro. He makes more than the players do.
Yeah. And I mean,
Eh,
what's crazy too is that you're talking about like suspended. Any person that gets any type of issue automatically is suspended, regardless if they're in fault or not. But like, let's just say, I don't know. Let's say an NFL player got into a car crash, and the person in the other car was severely injured, and then so they'll make a big story about it. Find out that it wasn't the player's fault; it was the other person's fault. Guess what? Roger Goodell would still,
Yeah.
tell him, "Oh, you have like a couple games suspension." Like, dude,
Yep.
but I was not at fault. It's like, "Oh, but you made us look bad in the light." It's like, dude,
Yep.
it happens all the time.
Like, look at the other day. Two NFL coaches get fined 100,000. One of them being Mike McCarthy, and the other coach was, what team was it? I don't remember what team it was,
I know
but it was another.
they lost
Huh?
2 practices, right? That other coach.
Yeah, both the coaches lost some practices, and they both got fined $100,000. That's because their practice was too physical.
Yep, I read that.
But yet you got an owner who's pimping out cheerleaders.
And has no problems.
He probably gets the Dan. I'm gonna need you to, hey, tell these females to keep their mouth shut. All right, give them some more money or something. Clean that shit up, Dan.
Coaches, you shouldn't be having practice with pads on. Y'all shouldn't be hitting each other.
100,000. $100,000 fine. Where does that money go? I wonder that.
Probably Goodell's pocket.
I I wouldn't doubt it, right? Wouldn't freaking doubt
I'm
it.
trying to think. How else do you think he makes 63.9 million?
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy to me. You know why that's crazy to me? Keeping it in the topic, right? But another big news: Rob Gronkowski retires
Yep.
yesterday, right? I saw somewhere I was reading where he made $70 million throughout his career. 70 million, okay, throughout his career, not in a season.
Yeah, career.
Throughout his career.
And then Goodell makes that in 1 year.
Goodell makes that in 1 year, bro. But the reason I brought up Gronkowski is they said that 70 million he made, he never spent a dime of it.
I mean, it's good. That's smart.
Yeah. Yeah, him and Marshawn, apparently they're the two that have come out and said that they never spent any of their contract money. All they spent was their endorsement money, that kind of stuff. But they never spent their contract money. But isn't that mind blowing? You're talking about some people consider one of the best tight ends to ever play the game, in a time where guys are getting paid the most money they've ever gotten paid. Yet he's only made 70 million throughout his whole career, while Goodell's making that in a year.
Yeah, I mean that's true. 70 million over his career. Yeah, best one of the best tight ends play the game. Yeah, and then Goodell makes that in 1 year. Yeah, that's crazy.
No wonder players don't like Goodell, bro. No wonder they can't stand his ass.
I want to say he probably made less money when he first started, and then he's just like, I need a pay raise. I need a pay raise. I need a pay raise.
You know what? Let's see if you can find this. What does Adam Silver make? The NBA commissioner.
Okay. Adam.
I wonder what he makes. Right? I mean, is it in the ballpark of a Roger Goodell? Because, I mean, NBA's just as profitable as the NFL.
Want to know?
Yes.
125 billion. No, I'm kidding. That's a lot.
No, I was like, whoa.
No, he makes 10 million a year.
$56 million less than Roger Goodell. I mean, 10 million for a commissioner doesn't sound too bad, right?
No.
Still sounds like a lot to me. I don't see how the commissioner is making 10 million.
Well, I mean, he does have to commission the entire league, but still 10 million is not a bad number. But 60, what did I say? 60
66
60 whatever it was.
65, 66 million, yeah.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of fucking money, man. That's a lot of scratch.
Yep.
And that's a year. So now, how long has he been commissioner? I mean, like you said, of course, he wasn't making 66 when he first started, more than likely, but
Roger Goodell, let's see.
That's crazy to me. That's crazy talk. That's, in the words of Charles Barkley, that's terrible.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
Let's see. Roger Goodell has been commissioner since 2006.
Wow.
So, I mean, I don't know how long. I don't think he made that much money at the start, but still, let's say he's making that much money even like the last 5-6 years. That's still over 300 and something million dollars.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, most NFL players don't make 66 a year.
So there's some players that don't even make that ever.
Exactly. Look at Rob Gronkowski. Like, he just barely topped that with his career. He made 4 million more than that in his whole career. And this is a guy who put his body on the line for not only his team, but for the NFL. And he barely made $4 million more his whole career than what the commissioner does in one year.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy, 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 crazy.
and I was reading that his net worth is 200 million. Doubt that. I think it's more, but who knows? I
That's what
mean,
he's reported. That's what he's reported to the.
probably. It probably doesn't include like assets and like businesses he's into or
Oh
anything like that.
yeah.
But
Yep.
probably just his cash flow. That's probably about it.
Yeah. Fucking
But,
Roger Goodell.
hey, so what do you think
That's.
about the Celtics not winning?
I was heartbroken, man. I mean, I'm not a huge Celtics fan, but I dislike the Warriors that much. I'm not a Warriors fan. I can't stand the Warriors. I don't like Draymond. Um, I'm not a Steph Curry fan. I am a Aisha Curry fan. I remember I mentioned a couple episodes or a few episodes back.
I remember.
Baby girl, I'm here. I'm still
I,
waiting, Aisha.
I remember.
But yeah, I was really hoping the young guys in Boston would get one, man. Tatum and Brown, and even the old guy, right? Al Horford.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I wanted one for him.
yeah, that would have been, man. Let me tell you something. That guy played his freaking heart out in
Yep.
this championship series. Al Horford and Jayson Tatum
Didn't.
just kind of fell away, just
I mean,
faded away.
I'm not gonna say they probably didn't do good defense on him, but still, if you're a good player, even if they play good defense on you, you should still be able to score decent points. That's
Now,
if you want to be top dog in the league, you know.
Now, let me ask you, Mike, whose fault is that? Right? Because in the playoffs, it's all about adjustments, right? Because you're playing a team possibly 7 times, right? It's a series, best of 7, right? So whose fault is that? If the Warriors are playing a certain kind of defense on your best player, Tatum, is it Tatum's fault for not getting open or making shots, or is it the coach's fault, Udoka,
Udoka.
for not running a type of offense that can free up his best player?
I'm gonna say both because he's a shooter and he should be able to at least get his shots. I'm not saying all his shots, but he should be able to still make shots. But it's also the coach's fault because they need to make his shots easier or disguise it so he can get the ball. But I mean, there was times when Tatum would shoot and would just miss shots, like constantly miss shots.
Yeah.
So I blame both because he wasn't making even the shots he could make, and then the coaches for not making his shots or his series easier for him.
But that's always been kind of the story with Jayson Tatum's young career, right? Is he's a streaky shooter. I mean, he's more of a slasher driver, get open, pop the jumper, but he's a streaky shooter. When he's on, he's on.
Yep.
But when he's off, man,
Off.
he's off. So I think in this series, I think that's on the coach to say, you know what? You're not on right now. Even though you're the star, you're not on. I need to find the person that is on. And I
Yep.
need to start running an offense for them, which now maybe Golden State will say, oh shit, like, let me go focus on this other guy or other two, right? While now maybe he can get freed up a little bit because the offense, I mean, defense isn't focused as much on him.
True.
So,
And I mean, if you want to be one of the top players in this league, you have to be able to shoot and be somewhat consistent. You can't be streaky. Like you can have an off game here and there, but you can't have 2, 3, 4 games in a row where you can't hit anything. Like if you want to be
especially
a top player, you have to be at least more games than not consistent.
especially in the NBA championship.
True, especially in the championship finals. Yep, I agree.
That's where players make their legendary status, right?
He didn't
The
then.
Jordans, the Kobe's, the LeBrons, the Duncans, right? The Shaqs. That's where they make their reputation. Kareem's, right? They make Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. I can
Yep.
go on and on,
Yep.
right? That's where they make their reputation is in the championship.
You know
Now
who
you've got
didn't
the
make their reputation? Karl
Who that?
Malone,
Oh,
the
Malone
mailman.
and Stockton.
That's funny because they were great players that just couldn't win it.
Man, I I was never a Malone fan. I never liked Carl Malone, especially after he elbowed David Robinson and knocked him out. I was like, F you, fucking Carl Malone. But I did like John Stockton. I love John Stockton's game. I thought he was an amazing player, and I felt bad for him when he didn't win one. And then what really made me feel good though is when Carl decides he wants to leave the Jazz to go to the Lakers. to try to win one when the Lakers built their little super team back then. They picked up Gary Payton, Karl
Oh
Malone,
yeah.
and then they still didn't win it. I was like, ha, that's what you get, Karl Malone. You left your buddy John Stockton in Utah, and you still didn't win one, bitch.
And the other one I was kind of sad for too was Steve Nash. Like he never got one. I like
Fuck
Steve
Steve
Nash.
Nash.
No, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. He gave Spurs a lot of problems, but
Yeah, that's why I'm happy.
no. But he was a great player, and I felt like he should have gotten one. But I mean, it did never happen for him.
Two guys I feel really bad for, man, that never got a championship. Two different sports. One basketball, one football.
Okay.
And I feel like they're not given the respect they deserve because they didn't win a championship.
I'm gonna see if the football one's what I'm thinking.
Dan Marino.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Yep. And the basketball, Charles Barkley.
Oh, that's true. Charles Barkley.
Those two guys were absolute stars of their league when they were playing, man. I mean, Charles Barkley changed the game. You know, there wasn't a lot of, 6'6", 300-pound, guys running around the way he ran the floor and dunking it the way he dunked it, right? He changed the game, man. And I feel bad that Charles, didn't get one. And I feel bad Marino didn't get one.
Marino,
Two legends.
man, Marino was a great quarterback. Yeah, he just couldn't win it. I mean, he's in the Hall of Fame. I mean, whenever someone says, anything about a person that didn't win, it's always Dan Marino. Everybody, knows how good of a quarterback he was. He just,
Oh yeah,
just couldn't make it there. But yeah, I would say both. I agree with both of those. Yeah.
yeah. And it's like MMA. The one guy I feel bad for two guys that never won a UFC belt.
Who?
One, Donald Cerrone,
Yeah. Okay.
because he fought whoever, whenever. So I always felt bad Cerrone never won one. And the other was the California kid, Uriah Faber.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he won the WEC belt before the UFC bought it, but that's not the UFC belt.
Yeah.
So I always felt bad that he never won one.
Like,
He got
okay,
several chances, but
no offense to the Canadian Football League, but like saying I got a championship there, but I never got the NFL
exactly,
one. It's like not the same.
exactly.
I mean, like I said, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. That league is great. Winning it is also great, but it's just if I had to pick one of those two trophies, it'd be the NFL trophy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Not even the European League one either. Like, no, it has to be the NFL. Yep.
Yep. Speaking of NFL, man, big shout out, rest in peace. I don't know if you saw this. Former NFL player passed away today. Tony Siragusa,
Yep.
the Goose from the Baltimore Ravens.
Rest in peace. Yeah, because he was also
Yes.
doing. Is it either Fox or CBS? He was on the sideline.
Yeah, I think it was CBS. No, it was Fox. It was Fox. Yeah.
Yeah, and that sucks.
Yeah, Tony Siragusa won Super Bowl, was on that legendary defense from the Ravens with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. Unfortunate, man. So shout out to his family, condolences. So rest in peace.
Still young at 55. Like, I mean,
55. Yep.
I mean, I know a lot of people would say, "Oh, but 55 is old." That's probably a lot of the younger crowd. But 55 is technically still young. I mean, it wasn't like he's 80. That's old.
Yeah.
But yeah, still young. I mean, I mean, I don't know how he passed away or what happened, but I know he did pass away.
Yeah. I don't think they released how it happened, but yeah, he did pass. So condolences to his family and his friends. So big shout out to the Goose, Tony Siragusa.
Not the Top Gun Goose. This
No,
is a different
no.
Goose.
So talk to me about that, man. Have you seen that movie?
Yes, I have.
Is it well deserving of all the hoopla that's surrounding it? Is it that good?
I think it's that good. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it's a long movie. I want to say I forget how long, but I was like into it from the moment it started to the moment it ended. It was like great movie all the way through.
Is Tom Cruise an alien? Is he on the juice? Has he found the fountain of youth? How does this guy keep looking the way he looks?
He's starting to show his age, but I mean, there's been people that show their age a lot sooner than him. He either has some type of techniques, or he has found the fountain of youth, or he could be an alien. I don't know.
Or is that Scientology, bro? He's a Scientologist. So
But I mean, he always runs in every movie. He looks to be just as fast in every movie. No, but the movie was really good. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's gonna be, it's really good, really good.
So for you, who is the star of the movie? Who stands out in the movie to you?
I mean, of course, Tom Cruise is going to stand out regardless. But
Yeah.
if we're talking about one of the new characters, it's going to be. Well, I don't want to give any spoilers or anything, but Goose's son, because Goose's son's in there.
So that's the one that I was thinking, which
Yeah,
is Miles Teller. That's his real name.
and
Miles
then
Teller plays Goose's son.
the guy across from him is like the new Iceman type.
Okay.
So he's
I
kind
don't
of
know who plays that character.
so he plays a dick character. As if
Of
anyone hasn't
course,
watched the original, Iceman is a
just
dick.
like Iceman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout
So
out Val Kilmer.
yeah. Yes. And then so those are the two that stand out. And then there's a girl character. She
Yep. I
stands
was
out
waiting
too.
for it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it. Are there any hot chicks in this
Well, no,
movie?
she also is a fighter pilot.
Doesn't mean she can't be hot. Is she hot?
I mean, she is pretty, but she stands out because she holds her own against the guys. You know, like she's like talking shit back to him too. So it's not just like,
Okay.
oh, I'm a chick and I'm just here.
So
No, she plays a good role.
it fits with today's women.
Yes,
What
very
we look
much.
for in a woman, which is she can fight back. Does anybody punch her?
Not that I can remember. No,
Weak, weak. You want to act like a dude? You better fucking. You want to get in the ring with the
but
bulls? You better be ready to get run over.
she flies a jet and she will shoot you from the sky.
She can fly my jet.
You're
What's
dumb.
up?
No, it was a really
I
good movie though.
know who she is. I might have to check it out then, man. I know that the original Top Gun, it has like a cult following, right? Everybody loves it and they know the lines and the characters, Goose and Maverick and Iceman and all those guys and all this. Um, I was never a huge fan of the original Top Gun. I mean, it wasn't one of those where like a lot of people were like, "Oh, I'm going to watch Top Gun again. I'm going to watch it next week. I'm going to watch." Yeah, Top Gun never really got me. But it was good. It was
Mhm.
not. I just wasn't part of that cult group that was like best movie ever. So I might go check it out.
Yeah, I would say if that one didn't grab you, because I know it was a lot of. I mean, yes, there were fighter scenes, where they were fighting and stuff, but there's also like those love scenes. They still have some of those like scenes where because he's trying to talk to a girl in the
Yeah,
movie, but
yeah.
a lot of it was more of uh, fighter pilot training and getting ready for a mission and seeing all the other cool stuff. And then of course
I love that.
it did pay a lot of tribute to the original movie, to some of the original cast members. So it was good. Like it hits you in a lot of different like feels.
Now here's a real question for you.
Okay.
Would you grow that Top Gun mustache like Goose's son? Because apparently that is the new thing out there now. That Top Gun mustache is what they're calling it. The
No,
standalone mustache.
I wouldn't. To me, that it reminds me of like a porn
Porn
stash.
star.
Yeah, I'm just like I couldn't do it. I'm like no. Or what's his face? The famous actor that always had that stash. What's his name?
I'm not sure. Oh, Tom Selleck.
Yes, yeah.
Yep.
He always had that.
I already knew what you're talking about, baby.
Yep.
I was like Mr. Baseball himself.
Because he always had that stash, and like everything he
Oh
did,
yeah.
he was just just
It was his
nuts.
trademark.
Yeah.
It was that's like when you think Tom Selleck, you think mustache. When you think mustache, you think Tom Selleck.
The only thing I
So
remember, I mean, I remember him other stuff, but always his movie comes to my head where he's in a movie being attacked by like mechanical, like spiders or mechanical things that come in and attack him. Man, I remember what movie that is. Let me see.
I'm not sure. You might have to refresh my memory on that one. I remember him from several. Of course, he was Magnum PI. Tom Selleck played Magnum PI. He played Mr. Baseball.
It's
I mean,
called
he
Runaway,
Runaway. Okay,
and it's mechanical spiders, but I don't remember because it's been a long time since I watched it, but I have seen it a couple times, and that anytime I think of Tom Selleck, I always think of that movie.
yeah.
Runaway.
And what has he done most recently? That cop show, right?
I don't know about the
It-
recent. I know
well, he was in that show.
what show?
where like cops and shit, where he's a commissioner of like NYPD or some shit like that.
That the Blue Bloods.
Yeah, Blue Bloods with the Wahlberg. The Wahlberg's in it too.
Yep.
Donnie.
That's right. Yeah. So I had the list pulled up this way.
Donnie
I
Wahlberg.
would have never got that if you'd been like, "What's that movie?" I'd be like, "I don't know. It's a movie."
So it's a movie. Nah, but Tom Selleck, the movie that always sticks out to me was Mr. Baseball. Loved him in Mr. Baseball. I don't know if you ever seen that one. Phenomenal movie.
I probably have. I don't
Yeah.
remember at the top of my head, but I probably have.
Plays for the Yankees and MLB. He's towards the end of his career, is how the Yankees feel. So they try to trade him, but he's got the reputation of a bit of a jerk. So the only team that picked him up was a team in Japan. So he goes over there and they nickname him Mr. Baseball. And it wasn't a very happy beginning with them, but ends up a good story. And he's humongous compared to the Japanese players.
I'm looking at some of the pictures here. I say I don't know if I've seen it, but I want to say I have. I have to watch it again to see if I have or not.
Yeah, it's a good movie, man. I like it. Good classic 80s movie.
Like Mr. 3000 movie. In that movie?
Yeah, with the comedian, the one that passed.
Bernie Mac, yeah.
Yeah, Bernie Mac, yep.
Bernie
that was good.
Mac.
Bernie Mac. Rest in peace, Bernie.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. All praise Allah. But yeah, man. So all right, so we had some good let's talk a little bit about what we were talking about before the show started.
Okay.
We're talking about the Spurs NBA draft coming up tomorrow night. All right? And we were talking about the Spurs needs. You and I are both Spurs fans.
Yes.
Tell the people in the world, in the Ham Podcast world, what you were telling me, Mr. Michael.
That Popovich better not fuck this up. That's straight to the point. There's no bullshit.
Word for word, that's what he said earlier.
Yeah, no bullshit. Pop better not fuck this up. So we have
a big man.
We have 3 first-round picks this year. I think it's like a 9th pick, and then like a 21st, 23rd, something like that. I know the last 2 are like in the 20s. I could be wrong. Yeah. But
nonetheless, 3 first-round picks.
Yeah, 3 first-round picks. It's not very common that an NBA team has 3 first-round picks in one draft. Yep. So we do need a big man. That is true. We need I don't care if he's young. Pop needs to start playing these young players and stop sending them to the G League and we never see him again. Or is it D League? G League? Whatever.
No, G League. It's the G League. You got it.
So we need you know what? I don't care if we could draft all big men out of all those 3. Or trade up for one of our picks, and we have 2 picks, to get a top 5 big man, and then we pick whatever the last pick is, like 20-something pick.
Yeah.
I would rather us do all 3 picks, but I mean, if he wants to trade up, I'm cool with it. Just don't give away 2 picks, just 1 pick.
I think for me, if we're gonna give away 2 picks, for me, I don't see a franchise building big man in this draft, right? I don't see a Tim Duncan. No. I don't see a Shaq or somebody like that, right? But what I would like to see, and apparently he's available, apparently, is DeAndre Ayton, the center from the Phoenix Suns. Mm-hmm. Still young. He's only like in his 3rd season, 3rd or 4th year, maybe, right? Still young in the league. But he is a true center, true size, everything. And Pop has expressed interest in him. Pop has said, hey, I'd love to get DeAndre to San Antonio and make him a star. If we're going to trade two of our picks, I wouldn't mind trading for DeAndre Ayton, man. I mean, I don't think he likes being in Phoenix. I don't think he likes being that 3rd guy, right? Because originally he was drafted to be the guy.
But do you think he's worth Booker 2 draft picks, though?
I would give away the 2 like 20th picks. I'd keep the 9 if I could, and maybe give away one of the 20, and then a 2nd round or 3rd round maybe. But we may even have to cough up one of our players. Like I think we may lose what's his name, our center now. I was gonna say Prohashka, that's the UFC fighter.
Was it the Order or something like that?
Yeah, see, that's how we don't even care about him, right? But no, we may have to give him up. which I'll do that.
I would say, but he's one of our top scorers. It'd be kind of yeah. So Jacob Piotr, uh,
Yeah,
but I think
Portal.
or however you say his last name, I know of him, but he's one of our top scorers. It's gonna be kind of hard to trade him and a first rounder for a guy that's probably not making as many points as him.
But look at why he's not making as many points. He plays on a team with Devin Booker and Chris Paul. How often are those guys giving up the ball? When they should, because they're freaking guards.
True.
They should be giving it up to their big guy. But no, they're scoring 30, 40 points a game, right? And DeAndre, that's why I think DeAndre wants out of Phoenix, because he's not getting the love. He was drafted in the first round with the number 1 overall pick for the love. And all of a sudden, Booker and Paul are the guys.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't mind trading one pick for him. I don't know 2 picks is it. 2 pick, 1 pick, and maybe a second rounder and a player maybe, but I don't think he's worth 2 first rounders in my eyes. He may be worth 2 in your eyes, but
I'd even give up what's his name, Vassell, for him. Maybe one of our picks and Linton Vassell, right? One of our guys that has a lot of promise. He's a bigger forward.
mm-hmm.
I'd give up Vassell, right?
And we do need a big man.
Yeah, and honestly, I'd rather have Aiden than to draft one of these young guys, because a lot of these young guys, they come in the league now as a big man, they seem not to last very long. And DeAndre has so far. He's shown promise. He's shown he's been an all-star, so I'd rather, if we're gonna trade, I'd rather trade for an established big man. Somebody who's NBA ready and has proved that they can play in this league.
Yeah, as long as he's not too old, because I feel like we get a lot of old players. I do want you, so I don't mind if we draft. Actually, I don't mind if we draft like a center or a true center, and then also trade for Aiden, but also develop the young guy, because you never know, he could be a star in the future. But we don't have to like depend on him like day one. But I feel like a lot of times though, when we draft players, Pop likes to send them to like the G League, and then we never see them. And it's like, why do we draft them or anything if we're not even going to try? And a lot of times, Spurs players, or like the ones that were drafted and let go because you never see them, do well wherever they go because they're actually playing where Pop doesn't play anybody.
So he got drafted in 2018 and he's only 23 years old.
Still young, yeah.
Yeah, still young. Pop can still develop. Think about it. Timmy didn't come in the league till he was 24 because he stayed all 4 years in college.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're getting, and I'm not saying DeAndre Aiden's Timmy because he's not.
That's
right?
True.
He's not that yet. But who knows what Pop can do with him, right? Who knows? So, and then especially Timmy likes to come to practice and work out with the big guys. He picks up some moves from Timmy, learns a thing or two from Timmy. I mean, bro, I would like to make a move for Aiden. I don't know, like you said, I don't want to give up the house for him.
Yeah.
Right? Hopefully we wouldn't have to. But
Well,
also the Pistons, the Pistons are showing big interest in him.
No, I got it. I fixed it already. I was I, I was typing some stuff in my thing, and I forgot that I used my numpad for like quick changes, and I forgot that. So it was like this. It's this will switch to something, and this will switch to something. I was looking at the mock draft, so that just popped up right now, like right here. So I wanted to see like what players were going to be drafted. Yeah, it says here that of course they would. So they're thinking that we're going to get a shooting guard at the 9th pick. And no, we don't. Who are you saying that you don't know his name or? Oh, right here, Jaden Ivey. Oh, no, that's a point guard shooting guard. That's a point guard shooting guard. Yep. Hold on. Well, you can keep talking. I'll find him. Below the one we just saw with Iowa. Yeah, Iowa. It's Keegan Murray from Iowa. I want to say I was reading that Spurs want him, but I mean, I don't know if he's gonna last that long. Yeah, was at 20 getting a shooting guard. I know, but they're saying Spurs at 20 shooting guard, and then 25 a point guard. So every pick they think we're getting either a shooting guard or a point guard. True. I can find them real quick for you. Auburn, Ohio State, LSU, Clara, Duke, Kansas, Baylor, Memphis, right here. Jalen Duren. Or is Duren? One of those. Duren. And they have him at 11. So if that does go the way it's supposed to, Spurs can get him at 9. Yep. We could move up, or we don't move at all. you just never know. Never know. Yep. Especially with talking about the Cowboys. The offensive lineman got in a fight in practice a couple weeks ago. I mean, I know he's probably trying to. No, I'm okay with that too. But I was just thinking like I haven't seen that from an offensive lineman like on the Cowboys line in a long time. I've seen it with corners and stuff, but not offensive line. We need some nasty. Who is it? Forgot again. Yeah, that one. I knew Frederick. Is that his name? Offensive line. Well, he's no longer with us, so I'm glad he's not there anymore. True. Well, it says here that it's Tyler. Yeah, Tyler Biadish, like you say. We have 3 other centers behind him. Zach Martin. Yeah, Zach Martin, Terrence Steele. That's right tackle. Left guard. Yeah. We have Tyron Smith, and then we have Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith. Oh yeah, he's the new one. Okay. Man, if he turns out to be really good, our left side is gonna be super strong. I'm cool with that. Yep. When you know Tyron Smith is nasty, he talks shit, but I mean you need the rest of the linemen to follow suit. But just real quick for anyone that's is watching, tomorrow, June 23rd, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time is the draft. If anyone wants to watch the NBA draft, I'm hoping I can watch most of that, which I think I will. But yeah, going back to the Cowboys, or actually this the NFL in general would be nice. But yeah, I just hope Cowboys do some good things. I'm tired of crappiness in the playoffs and shit. But before anything else happens, what about this? What's his face? Guy from the Browns, quarterback, Deshaun Watson. What do you think about that whole ordeal? Yep. It's the last four people that you have to worry about. Oh, yeah. They're even saying that the Houston Texans like set up a room or set up something so that he can have massages there, so that because they knew this was happening, so that they can control this. And they had, well, these are rumors. Like allegedly, they had some of these masseuses, masseuses, right? That's plural. Masseuses. Okay, screw it. Masseuses had them sign NDAs before giving a massage to Deshaun Watson. Now, of course, that is allegedly. We don't know that for sure. So it is possible that the Texans had some type of involvement with this. So it's possible. Possible.
Uh-oh. They're saying they can't hear me from the Twitch side, bro.
Oh, you know what? It's probably when I was typing those numbers. So I had you mute it for a while, probably. Oops.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
That's my
Thank
bad.
you.
Thank you. I'm a J.
Now they got me.
Yep.
Jay Burry. Thank you.
Dang it. See what I get for typing numbers?
Jesus, Mike. Stop typing. You're being a little typer Tom here.
So I don't know how much y'all missed of him talking, but if you want to do maybe a little breakdown of the last three things we talked about.
Yeah. Yeah. Deshaun Watson.
Start with this one first, yeah.
Mike wanted all the shine.
I did. All me, baby. All me.
Yep, I'm telling you. Yeah, Deshaun Watson, 20 out of the 24 civil lawsuits have been settled according to his agent. I think he's a fool, man. You're a good good-looking guy. You're a famous quarterback. Why are you going to your masseuses to get these favors done, right? These sexual favors.
Oh, and
right?
Helmke agreed, or we just said it sounds good, masseuses. So
yeah, that's why I agreed with them.
Yeah,
masseuses. I don't know if that's correct, but I agreed.
I agree. Yeah, and then yeah. So, I mean, if they did help in any way, I mean, crap.
Thank you. Yes, I am Jay Burry. Thank you. His girl, Jilly, I think it's called, her name's Jilly Anise or something like that. I don't know if I pronounced her last name correct, but Jilly, bro, she's super fine. I'm talking fine. And Deshaun's out here getting it from masseuse? Like, come on, man. Come on. Which, by the way, I think she's a little bit of a homie hopper. She used to date DeJounte. Up there it is, DeJounte Murray's ex.
Okay.
So yeah, she dated DeJounte Murray, and before he got his big contract, she went and they broke up, and then she got with Deshaun Watson.
He's like, she's like, you're taking too long to get your contract. I'm going over here.
I'm going over to Deshaun. He likes. All I have to do is give him a massage, and I'm good.
Golly.
But yeah. Next, she could go MLB. They got the biggest money, and then she'll go European soccer. That's where the most money's at. Yeah. She's going Lionel Messi. Ronaldo's taken now. He's got a family, so she'll go Lionel Messi. He's got a family too, but something tells me he cheats. No.
And the only other thing we're talking about was going to be offensive line. That you liked some of the nastiness.
Oh yeah,
from your offensive linemen because you feel that they should have like that.
Yes. Yeah,
meanness.
as an offensive lineman, you gotta have some mean. You gotta have a mean streak. You gotta be willing to punch somebody in the throat. You gotta be okay with holding without getting caught. And if you get caught, hey, whatever. I mean, look, man. When I played offensive line, this is the kind of meanness and ugliness I had. Right. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes my hand would slide up, and I'd punch a guy in his Adam's apple. Oops. One time we were playing a game, we needed a first down. It was like 3rd and 3. We needed the first down. I used my tongue to push my mouthpiece back. It made me gag, and I threw up on the guy's hand, and he jumped off sides. We got the first down. As an offensive lineman, you have to do whatever it takes
Right.
to and you got to be mean. You can't be a soft offensive lineman because you will get bitched and you will get punked out on the field. So I need some nasty.
Yeah, 'cause
That's right. You can't be soft in the trenches.
yeah, because that's when I was saying that Tyron Smith, of course, he's nasty, he's mean, and then of course you got the new young guy next to him. That's what I'm saying. The left side, if they work out, that'd be a strong left side. Hopefully the right
Yes.
side does just as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard for a receiver, average receiver, to be nasty. Now, get me wrong. Yes, you can stiff arm, but I think for me, it was more about catching it and taking the hits. To be a receiver, it was more about, can you hold on to the ball no matter how they hit you?
Yeah. So, any thoughts on the rookie, Mike? They're asking you. What do you think, Mike, about our rookie that we drafted?
I'm guessing you're talking about the offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is it Tyler Smith?
no.
No.
Oh, yeah. I
I,
think you're right. I think it's Tyler Smith.
yeah.
Yeah. Tyler Smith. Uh, I don't mind the pick because I know our offensive line is starting to get a little old, and we had issues with um,
Connor Williams.
Connor Williams. Always, he was the leading offsides guy that got flags all the damn time. So I didn't mind the pick at all. Hopefully, this helps our offensive line this year, and then maybe we'll pick another one up next year to start getting this line a little young. But I do like that he was in a fight. It made me see, like, he wants to be there.
Yeah.
He wants to win. So I'm all for it. As long as he wants to win, I'm all for it.
You know what he kind of reminds me of when I was watching his highlight on ESPN during the draft? Look, I'll be honest, I was a little disappointed we got him in the first round because to me, I felt like that was a guy we could pick up in maybe the second
I agree
or
with
the
that one.
third.
Second. I
So
wouldn't say third. Third would be too
yeah,
far.
I really wanted to get the safety, right? A safety. I thought we needed to draft a safety early, but when I looked at his game film, I said, and I'm going 90s here for y'all. There's a little bit of Eric Williams in this guy, former right tackle for the Dallas Cowboys. Eric Williams was as nasty as it gets,
Do you think he plays
right?
like him?
I think he does. Um, and good and bad, right? He's got that nastiness, that good. He'll block the shit out of somebody till the whistle blows, right? And maybe even a little bit after the whistle just to prove a point.
Hmm.
But he's also got the bad part of Eric Williams where in college he did get caught holding, right? He would kind of lean a little bit too much. And when you lean as an offensive lineman, that's when you're out of position. So if they can teach him not to lean, he'll be okay, right? But you got to keep your feet with you, man. Keep your feet moving. As an offensive lineman, that's the most important thing, right? I'm a former OL. You got to make sure you keep your feet under you because once you lean, you're done. You lean, you're done. Plain
Well,
and simple.
if he learns from Tyron, he should be okay. If he doesn't
Yep.
learn from him, then he's dumb. I'm just put it that way. But he said,
Yeah.
so Jay Barry said he's most excited about Tolbert. I'm assuming that's the wide receiver from the Cowboys, Jalen
Yes.
Tolbert. I don't know a lot about him. I haven't seen any highlights, but I do know there is a lot of excitement around him. I just don't know a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm excited. And there's one guy that I would like to see step up a little bit with the Cowboys, man. I I don't. I mean, last year we were so deep. The year before we were so deep at wide receiver. But Feheko, the one we drafted out of Stanford 2 years ago, he's been on the practice team the last couple of years. But the guy's fast. I think he when he did his combine, he ran like a 4.4, 4.40. Yeah, semi exactly.
Is this
That's his first
Ty
thing.
Frogel?
No,
Oh,
Semi Feheko.
oh, Sammy.
Yeah. So I would like to see him get some playing time. The guy has really great hands, great speed, can make the tough catch, right? He's not afraid to take a hit. I would really like to see what he can do, especially now that, we've lost a couple of wide receivers, right? We lost Amari. We lost Cedric Wilson, right? So they're gone. I would like to see him Yeah, exactly. He's a tall wide receiver,
Yeah,
So
he's six
I'd
three.
like to see, yeah, I'd like to see Sammy get some reps in there, man. We were just so deep the last couple of years, and I don't think he had the opportunity to shine in practice or OTA. So I would really like to see that. And y'all may laugh at me here.
Okay.
I'd like to see Zeke put a little more weight back on because last year skinny Zeke was injury Zeke.
I
He
miss
couldn't take those hits.
I miss fast Zeke when he would.
We're never getting fast Zeke back.
I know, but when he would hit, when he first started, when he hit those holes, he was gone. He was like
Yes.
Tony Pollard, but with like he was beefier, but had still the speed. Like I said, I don't think we'll see that ever again. But it was nice when he was that. I'm still worried about the wide receiving core. I don't know, and I've said it before.
And you'll say it again. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I just don't know if CeeDee Lamb is a true number one. I'm not saying he's not talented or he's not good, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope this receiving core does amazing. My mind doesn't see it, but I do hope for it.
Yeah. I agree with Jay Burry, right? TJ Vasher as well. Big wide receiver, 6'6". That's a chain mover, right? That's a 3rd and 2, and let me just throw it up. That's an end zone. Let me throw it up. Um, but you're right. CD Lamb, I don't agree with you, and I've told you that. I think he is very, very much the part of a number one wide receiver. He's put on the weight, right? He put on 10 pounds of muscle during this offseason, they said. So I think he knows that he needs his body to uphold that season of being a number one wideout. I'm looking forward to it, but I think the guy that's also going to shine again and has shined last year and the year before. I think he's going to solidify himself as one of the best tight ends in the league this year. Is Dalton Schultz?
If they sign him, sure.
Yeah, they're going to sign him. They're going to sign him. Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz. Mark my words. Within the next 2 to 3 years, will be one of the best. Will be top 5 tight end in the league.
I agree with that. I think he's a very good tight end. I mean, just throw him the ball, he catches it normally. So, yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, did we luck out? Right? You go from Jason Witten to like, oh, how are we going to replace that? Oh, Dalton Schultz pops up. I
Yeah.
got you guys.
Don't worry. I train out behind him. I'm good.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah. I mean, the size and the speed of our receivers are there. I just hope that they can do damage because I mean, you can have talent across the board, but it doesn't mean they can do damage. They can just not catch balls or they can't break
Yep.
tackles, or they drop long balls or they just can't catch period, who knows. So, or you have no one being double teamed because they're like, oh, all you are not good anyway. So it's hard to throw a pass that way. Like I said, hopefully I'm wrong. CeeDee Lamb is a number one, takes a lot of double teams, and Schultz takes double teams and opens up a lot of our young guys, new guys. It would be nice.
Yeah, and also, what's his name? Our offensive coordinator, I forget his name. The little pipsqueak. He needs to find a way to get Zeke and Tony Pollard on the field at the same time. Yeah, Kellen Moore. Do you realize what kind of confusion we can cause defenses by having the bruiser and Zeke and the speedy guy and Tony Pollard, right? I mean, hell, I'd like to see some formations where Zeke lines up as a fullback, right? Let's see what happens, man. Or line them both out, wide out, right? You don't know which one's going to catch the ball in the flats. They're going to throw it to Zeke. They're going to throw it to Tony, right? Um, I think we need to really start looking at getting Tony the ball more. If not, he's going to be gone. Somebody's going to pick him up because he's still young. He hasn't taken a lot of damage in this league, right? Because he's been Zeke's backup, so the body's still healthy. So I think we really need to utilize him to show him, hey, look, you're in our package. We got you. We don't want to let you go.
I hate to say this though. I agree with what you're saying, and we need to utilize backs like the Patriots did with their backs.
Yeah.
I, that's as simple as that. I mean, they use their backs for everything. Screens or flats or
Yep.
they were basically used for everything. It doesn't matter everything. So if we can do that with both Zeke and Pollard, you're right. And then of course with all of the receivers that we have, we should be able to confuse defenses a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yep. And I agree about the defense. Micah is a stud.
yep.
I don't think he was a 1 year fluke. I think that the last year was just a sign of years to come. He's gonna dominate this league for years, and
Let's
he can line up anywhere.
let's just say he dominated in the NFL and didn't play the year before. So even if he wasn't at full peak condition,
Yep.
he destroyed people with not full peak condition. So just
Yeah.
wait. Now he's got a full year under his belt, a full training camp, full everything. He could do some freaking damage this year coming up this season.
You don't find many linebackers that can run like he runs.
Yeah,
The guy runs like a receiver, bro.
and he played
He's
defensive line.
yeah. DE, he played inside. He can play outside linebacker, inside linebacker. I mean, the guy can line up everywhere.
Yes, I mean that just tells you if he was playing defensive end, because he had to, and still outplayed a lot of the offensive linemen at that position.
Yep.
And he's a linebacker. Oh man, sheesh.
Yeah. And to be honest, I think he had some of his best plays at DE.
I agree.
As many good plays as he had as linebacker, I think DE he had some great plays there. But look, man, I'm a realist, right? And I'm a little worried about the Eagles because their offense has gotten much better. Their defense is looking better. I think that's the team that we have to watch out for
All
in the
on their
NFC
quarterback.
East.
It's all on their quarterback.
Yeah, it's all going to come down on Jalen Hurts because they surrounded him with talent now.
Yep. If he can't make the plays, it's not the people around him. It's him.
Yep. Washington's defense is still scary. What's his name? Chase Young will be back from injury. He's going to come back ready.
Oh man, yeah.
He's going to come back pumped. That defense is good, but their offense is still trying to figure things out. So I'm not sold on their offense, even though they got actually I like that they got Carson Wentz because the guy chokes when it comes to crunch time. I said that last season,
Yeah,
and that's
did.
exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Right? So sorry, Colts fans. I know it still hurts y'all, but he, in the words of Dennis Green, he is who we thought he was.
Yeah,
all right.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
So
who thought it was?
I mean, he had one game to win. You win one game and you're in the playoffs. And who are you playing? Oh, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the worst team in the league. And what did you do? You stunk it up, Carson Wentz.
Lost.
You stunk it up. You lost.
Hey, but I can't wait to see how they play next year. They have a decent team.
Yeah.
Of course, we know the coach sucked. So I want to see how they play next year. They should do decent next year. I'm not gonna say very well because I wanted to just go with decent first. But
yeah,
they should do decent.
Yep. Jay Burry, I agree. I am worried about the Eagles. But yeah, I'm excited for Jacksonville. I'm a Trevor Lawrence fan. I like their quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. I liked him in Clemson. No, I'm not Clemson. I'm sorry. Yeah, he was in Clemson.
I liked him in that. I liked him in
Tiger.
that movie too. Remember the Titans? Yeah, he was good in that movie.
Sunshine.
Cool. Well,
excuse me.
That's going to be it for tonight. Thank you very much for hanging out with us and chatting with us. I'm Jay Berry. Appreciate it. But yeah,
yes,
we'll be back here, of course, next Wednesday.
Make sure y'all follow us here on Twitch. Hit that follow button.
Yes.
Also, you can go to the Instagram, _H_A_M_podcast. You see it on the screen, and you got our Twitter, _Ham_podcast. Go follow. Tomorrow night, NBA draft. Follow us, guys. Follow us here on Twitch. Follow us on Instagram, on Twitter. You'll catch this replay hopefully tomorrow on YouTube. Hopefully, right, Mike? Hopefully.
No, it'll be there tomorrow.
There we go.
Hopefully around noontime tomorrow, at the latest. But yeah, it'll be up tomorrow. But yes, the draft's tomorrow. Remember, I said earlier, Pop better not fuck this up for the Spurs. We got 3 first-round picks.
Not.
We'll have to see tomorrow. 8 Eastern is the NBA draft, and yeah, of course, we'll be here next week. Everybody, enjoy your night, enjoy your weekend, be safe. See y'all next Wednesday.
Hook 'em horns.
Horns.
Hook 'em horns.
Yeah. Whoop. Poppy trust. It's wavering a little bit, but I do trust him for right now.
Good night, Jay Barry. Thank y'all.
Night.
Thank y'all for watching, everybody.
Peace.
Boom. Hook 'em.